So I did an interview with John Hudson from KG Tropicals, or I Like to Paint Dolls, and in it we discussed our love of 3D printing and stuff. And he was nice enough to make this for me. He printed it out and painted it, and it's a really cool sculpture of Rogue. It's getting a little close. He did an absolutely amazing job with the paint job and all the detailing and stuff. And I really wanted to make something back. He said he really loves Superman. Superman's his thing and stuff, but really it's a DC. He's a DC universe guy, and I'm more of a Batman guy. So I decided I'm going to make him a Batman cowl, and I've got another little gift for him too that I know he will appreciate. So I'm sending all those along. All right, let's get to work. So I'm out here on my porch. It's raining, it's dark, it's late, it's humid as heck. So I'm scared to prime it, but I've been sanding on this helmet, trying to get these layer lines out. I put like a wood putty on top. I've seen some videos where they add acetone and stuff to it. I didn't have any, so I just tried the putty on its own. And I've been sanding it down. This is actually the second one. I've got a smaller helmet that I kind of made as a test, and that I figured I'd just keep. And it kind of did the same thing. If I go to paint it like this, it's just, you're gonna see the little radial lines here at the top. Although it looks pretty faint here on video, but I can see them for sure. Looks like it could be a really cool mask too. The other thing is I didn't use a bunch of different grits on my test one. So I went out and bought myself some sandpaper. I really don't do this a lot. I've never tried to make something I printed actually look pretty. I usually do either little jokey things or inserts and more practical stuff that doesn't really have to look really nice and refined. Even my aquarium filters and stuff, they don't need to be treated like this. So trying to treat this like a nice model and paint it up and make it look really nice. So really wanted to get these circles away. I watched a bunch of videos. I don't have any resin or anything like that to put on there, or all the other little secret tricks. So I did get some filler primer. So I'll be using some filler primer to try and finish off this and make it look nice. But I put the wood putty on. I've gone through 2 layers of sandpaper. I'm going to do a fine layer and kind of smooth this out as best I can. Then hit it all with the filler primer. I don't know if I paint it all or just the top. I guess there could be a line if I don't just paint all of it. So hopefully it's not super thick. So I'm going to paint that on there. And then we'll see if we're going to reprint or not. Right, so I've been through all the different types of grit that I got with the sandpaper. So I'm actually outside walking around because I'm walking my cat, and he's sort of unpredictable. He's gonna go, you're going to the backyard, good. I was hoping to go to the backyard so I could do a little painting. Yeah, go up there to the bushes. You know you wanna go. Just go on up there for a second. I'll be right with you. Okay, so the plan is to coat this with this. As you can see, even with all that sanding, I'm still seeing those spirals. And I actually tried a similar technique to this. I didn't quite sand it as much as this one with my small one. And even after kind of giving it a coat of primer, not this primer, but just regular primer, I can still see those swirls. I don't want to see them. And I don't want to resort to green stuff, which has kind of always been my go-to for covering up stuff like that. But it's a little hard to get that even. And I'm even worried about this showing up, this work that I've done. But that's that putty. And then sand it down first with an aggressive grit, then a medium grit, and then a very fine grit. I think I'm actually going to go inside and dust it a little bit more because I'm seeing a lot of residue from my sanding still before I hit it with this. But this is the plan. I'm going to hit it with this filler sandable primer and then do it all again and see if I can make this actually look decent. All right, I primed it up. I can still see traces of it, but I bet I could probably do this a couple of times. I've got to be nuts priming at 87 degrees. It's humid as hell. I'm sweating just sitting here, so I hope this works out. It doesn't fuzz on me, but I figured I'm going to have to sand it anyway. I probably will sand it anyway, so crossing my fingers this works. So now I'm looking at the little Batman helmet that I just I sanded it. I put the putty on, I sanded it, but I didn't use different grains of sand. I just had the one piece of sandpaper I had already that I primed it. You can very clearly see where the putty was after I primed it, and you can still see the circles and stuff right at the top. This one, I don't know if it's because it's smaller or something, seemed more pronounced as it went all the way down. So we're gonna give this a little shot with this stuff and see how it does, even with all this already. A funny thing I noticed with this is that you can see these layer lines even more up and down through here. Now I know a lot of that'll be hidden just by it being black in the final product, but I think that that's kind of unusual. It does seem to have helped a little bit. I put a nice thick coat on. I'm gonna, of course, sand this, and then I'll probably do it again. And we'll keep trying coats of that until things start to look better. All right, so I did my first sanding with a coarse sandpaper. I can't see those circles at all anymore, and I am absolutely thrilled about that. Of course, it's left quite a bit of texture. I think that'll go away as I sand it with the other grains. I'm pretty happy with that. Like even a little kid couldn't wear this, but if I made this actual size, it would be it's a bigger thing to store and display. So I'm wondering if this facsimile will be all right. Hopefully John doesn't mind this being a little bit or a lot smaller than an actual helmet, but I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about that. I'm just gonna keep trying to make this look as nice as I can. It's definitely the hardest I've ever worked on a 3D print. So I'm back in the garage now with a much smaller version, like the mini-me version of the other helmet, because I dropped it, of course, and it broke the ear off. An extremely disappointing turn of events. This fell and broke, so going with plan B, I guess, for now. I'm in here sanding it because sanding's really messy. I did buy this thing to kind of help blow off the dust and stuff. And I've been using that to try to clean this up. I think I'm gonna hit it again with this filler. Now that I've sanded it down a little bit, I'm gonna try to hit it again because it actually makes a real smooth surface. And my now experimental one, I could see all the little sanding marks and stuff. So I went a little bit further with the finer grit sandpaper. We're just gonna keep trying until we get it right.
In the morning, I wake up feeling no pain. Long stretches, I get to remember it.
So I'm back out here in the middle of the night. Got my Krylon, probably on my spray painting garbage can here. This is where I rattle can. So I've got this Krylon black matte finish. It's what I used for the other time, but the other time I tried this, it was really humid and it was really hot. And this is about the only time of day that I can do this in the middle of the summer. Because after the sunset, it's a nice like 75 degrees or so. And I'm hoping it'll be the perfect condition to prime. I'm gonna just go ahead and prime it on the stand that I made. I think it'll be a little bit easier to kind of get all the way around and stuff with it. And so, and this is going to be black anyway, so I will just prime them together for now. And then I'll take this helmet off and I'll finish the stand-up later on. All right, I left a pretty thick coat of primer on there. I feel like all the lines and stuff are pretty much gone. Like, it did a really, really great job. I did have to sand around the corners. There's some grit and stuff left over. Sand around the corners. I added some green stuff to the eyebrows. You know, can't be bothered to let that dry, but I've smoothed that out really well because there's some weird texturing in here. I really wish the other big one was the one I was doing this to instead of this little tiny thing, but yeah, we're gonna go with it and see how we do. All right, I made some repairs on here. Hopefully it comes pretty close. Might actually sand it down real quick, and then I'm gonna hit it with some primer and put it through the process I did the smaller one with and see how it looks.
I get to remember it. Then I see my bed is empty on one side. Back in the sheet, the only place I can hide. In the morning, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get through the night. Sick and weary, and only your love's gonna make it right. I close the curtain, sweating, shaking all over. Imagine you're here. I'm looking up at the door. I'm a better man with your love than without. Stuck in the seal, I may never make it out. In the morning, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get through the night. I'm sick and weary, and only your love's gonna make it right. Yeah, only your love, only your love. Only your love, only your love. Just a little, take me along the way. Won't you visit? Won't you stop by to stay? I'm a better man with your love than without. In the seal, I may never make it out. And in the morning, I'm wondering how I'm gonna get through the night. I'm sick and weary, only your love's gonna make it right. Yeah. Only your love, only your love. Only your love, only your
Cookie? It was one guy.
It was 8 times.
Yeah, but it was just one guy.
It was with 9 guys.
You rain man, you remember everything.
I was like, will you please just do me this favor?
And this is the final call. I think I'm done with this. It came out looking pretty good. For the most part, I've hidden all those little layer lines and stuff. The techniques I worked on with this really helped me a lot in kind of learning how to make a little bit more finished product. Not that I sell things or anything like that. I like for the end result to look nice, and I haven't really attempted that with the PLA. The small one, its sister or brother, however we're gonna put this, it's doing okay. It was basically painted exactly the same way. So my big debate was, would he like this slightly larger version of this better? And my wife and I seem to agree that this one was a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to send this. I'm also sending this stand that I found that seems to work really good. And I made an optional wall mount version of this. So you could just kind of mount that in, and yeah, it screws right in the wall there, and it fits really well for actually either one of these. I might make another one for my wall for this little one. I did wonder if John would be like, oh, well, I'd rather have a full-size one, and I did experiment slightly with making some full-size versions. This is the Batman from, I think that's the Michael Keaton Batman, and this is Batman versus Superman. And of course, these are unfinished. This one's just been printed, and this one I haven't worked out how to seal this up yet, but I'm working on it. This is the only one that fits. Because I have an enormous head. I have a feeling that John probably is going to be in the same scenario, although my wife can wear this one.
Smile, I don't know what's going to show or not.
I'm going to shoot a video. It fits my mom really well. Go ahead and do a turn, Mom. But it won't fit me, so maybe I can use you for my Zoom calls. And I thought it was kind of interesting. This is another stand that was just kind of weird and like too big for, it's not quite tall enough for this one, and way too wide for this one. So I'm going to send John this stuff along with this this thing I got from work. I got this at a swag sale, and you can't see it, but Superman's shooting his heat vision into there and popping the popcorn. It's a popcorn. This is actually a popcorn basket that you put popcorn in. And some extra catnip for Lisa and her cats. My cat, it would seem, does not enjoy them very much. He does like walks outside. Would you like to go outside again? John, thank you very much for the model. It was a really, really lovely gesture, and it meant a lot to me. It's proudly on display in my game room upstairs. I look forward to looking at it every day for a long, long period of time. I appreciate all the work that you do to kind of give information to both the model makers and the fish keepers of the world. Thanks again. Hope you enjoy the helmet. Talk to you later. Bye.